Donald Trump's next trial is set to begin just 10 days from now. New York Attorney General Letitia James's civil fraud trial against Donald Trump is set for October 2nd. But today, Donald Trump's lawyers made a desperate last-ditch effort to avoid going to court. Attorney General James's lawsuit accuses Donald Trump, his two eldest sons, and his business of committing fraud by overstating the value of his properties by as much as $2.2 billion in 1 year alone. In court today, the Attorney General's office asked for a summary judgment against Donald Trump as they seek $250 million in penalties and limits on the Trump family's ability to conduct business. Trump attorney Chris Kise argued today that the case should be thrown out due to the subjective nature of business valuations, telling the court, quote, "I may think my house is worth $5 million, and you may think it's worth 5 cents. Kise accused Attorney General James of, quote, prosecuting the defendants for engaging in successful business transactions. Joining us now is Adam Klasfeld, senior legal correspondent for The Messenger. So, Adam, did the judge make a decision today?
The judge has not issued a ruling, but if I were Trump's lawyers at this point, I would not be happy with the way that things went. Justice Engoron was palpably frustrated. At one point in the hearing, he physically, literally pounded on the bench, saying that you cannot make false statements and use them in business. There's another motion before Justice Engoron right now, and that's a sanctions motion brought by the New York Attorney General, alleging essentially that Trump's lawyers keep making arguments that the court rejected. Now, he hasn't ruled on that motion either, but he ended the day-long oral arguments by pretty much indicating that he agrees with the premise of that question. He even said in a pretty raised voice at one point, you were warned. So it was a shot across the bow. We do not know how he's going to rule, and we will find out Tuesday of next week. But it did not go well just based on those closing moments alone.
So the judge has been offered two big choices. Trump's liable, no trial needed, or throw it out. Did he seem more persuaded by any arguments?
Well, on the ask for New York Attorney General Letitia James is for a finding on summary judgment on the first count of fraud. Now, that would be a major victory. It's very hard to prevail in a motion of summary judgment and avert a trial on that count. If she wins on that, there will still be a trial on the other counts that she brought, the other causes of action. But it would be a very streamlined trial, and it would be a major victory. If Trump's attorneys prevail, and from the tenor of the arguments, I think that's a long shot, then there would be no trial. There's another wrinkle here where Trump has a pending appeal before the First Circuit, and he's seeking a lifeline there.
And Adam, speaking of last-ditch efforts, what do we know about the status of the lawsuit Trump recently filed against the judge overseeing this case? Could that delay the start of the trial?
It could potentially. The First Department has issued a stay. Now, the First Department may rule before the stay would even be applicable. And the Attorney General's office has argued that they should not keep that pause in the proceedings going because it would wreak havoc, in their words, on the really crowded courtroom calendar that the former president has. I mean, you look at all of the criminal cases. We have them starting early next year. This is going to be a lengthy trial that can last for months, and they do not want the First Department, the appellate court, to intervene.